Hi, this is Dara from TATattack.com, and today I'm just going to be showing you my Body Art Glitter Glue Cone. It comes in a henna cellophane cone, and when you receive it in the mail, it will have a piece of paper tape on it. What's paper tape? Well, it's basically a medical tape that I use for henna, and it's I believe it's cotton, and it's very safe for skin, and it also doesn't have a lot of adhesive on it, so it tends not to leave a bunch of residue, so I like to seal the tip with this. And this is a good idea for you to have as well, and to seal your cones with when they're not in use. The pins I've found corrode over time, and I'm actually going to show you what happens to the pins. This was just, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me put a piece of tissue in front of it. This was just in like a week's time. If you look at it, it starts to corrode and rust, and I don't think you want that in your glue cone and then be applying the Body Art with that. So if you do use a pin, don't use it for long periods of time, and like I said, I would prefer to just use the paper tape. What you would do is when you receive this in the mail, you would just take off the paper tape, and the tip may or may not be closed, and you may just want to take a piece of tissue or an alcohol swab. If you have a piece of tissue and just an alcohol spray the alcohol on, and then you're going to do a quick squeeze about 1/4 of an inch away from the tip. You're going to do a squeeze and a pull with your tissue or your alcohol swab, and what that does is that takes out any hard glue or residue that's in the tip to clean it out. I'm going to squeeze this and see what my flow's like. Oh, it's barely coming out of the tip. If you look closely at it, it has a little bit of glue coming out of the tip. Not enough for me. So at that point, now that I received my cone in the mail, it's brand new, I'm going to take a pair of really sharp scissors, or you can take nail clippers if you're not using this glue on people. If you are using it on people, then I would use a brand new pair of nail clippers. And I'm going to make sure I'm doing a straight line straight across. Very tiny, key. You want to start smaller and get bigger if you need to for your flow. You don't want to mess up and cut it too big and then boom, your flow is too much. So very teeny tiny, you won't even see what I've cut. And I'm going to squeeze it now, and I'm going to squeeze a little bit so you can see. Have a little bit more glue coming out now. See that? But maybe I'm not happy with it, or maybe I am. Happy with it? Stop cutting. Not happy with it? Cut a little teeny bit more. Once again, I'm talking, I can't even measure the amount that I'm cutting right now because it is so tiny. And now I'm going to see, am I happy with this? Oh, that's much better. I like that. I like that. Now, let me pull this paper up so you can see what I'm doing. If you look here, if I squeeze hard, you can see that I can make a nice line. Now this is going to take a while to dry, but I can also make a really nice fine line. And this is great for making your designs, and have fun doing it. This is Dara from TATattack. Remember to seal your cone up when you're finished so that the glue doesn't leak out onto all your supplies. That's the last thing we want, is to ruin any of your supplies. So once you're finished, seal it up with your medical tape, put it aside, and it can last for weeks.